You ever sit with something you never thought would happen again? Not just hope, that fragile thing we hold on to when everything else feels broken, but actual possibility. The kind where it hits you in the chest and you have to catch your breath because suddenly, the world doesn't feel so heavy anymore. It's hard to believe it's been 4 years. That's longer than some marriages last. Longer than most college degrees take. 4 years is enough time to lose yourself and find yourself all over again. And somehow, in the middle of all that change, he found his way back into my life. Not because I begged him to, not because I chased him down, but because both of us had done the work. The real work. The kind no one sees. The kind that hurts. I used to think love was this big, sweeping thing. Something that pulled you in, made you forget who you were, and wrapped you up in someone else until you didn't know where they ended and you began. I thought needing someone meant loving them. I thought needing them proved how much they mattered. But what I learned, what it took losing him to understand, is that need can be its own kind of cage. We weren't bad together. We were good, really good. He was my best friend. My person. I could finish his sentences. And he knew exactly how I liked my coffee before I even asked. We built a world out of laughter and late-night talks, shared playlists and inside jokes. He saw me at my worst and still stayed. And I loved him fiercely. Maybe too fiercely. But there came a point where I realized I wasn't just loving him. I was clinging to him. I needed him to be okay. If he was happy, I was happy. If he was sad, I unraveled. When he said he needed space, I panicked. When he walked away, I fell apart. And maybe that's what broke us. Not him. Not me. Because here's the truth. He never stopped loving me. He just couldn't carry me anymore. He used to say, I want someone to want me, not need me. And back then I didn't get it. I thought needing him was the highest form of love. I thought proving I couldn't live without him was the ultimate compliment. But now I see. Sometimes the deepest love is letting go. So I did. Let go. And those first few months after we broke up, they were brutal. I remember sitting on my floor one night, staring at the ceiling, wondering how someone could leave such a huge hole in your life and yet walk away like nothing happened. Cried. Blah. I replayed every conversation, every look, every silence. I wondered if I had said the right things. If I had loved him wrong. If I had scared him off. And then something shifted. Maybe it was grief. Or maybe it was clarity. Either way, I started asking myself the hard questions. What parts of me showed up only when he was around? Why did I tie my happiness so tightly to someone else? Where did I end and he begin? I started therapy. I started journaling. I started doing things for myself that I used to do for us. I traveled alone. I cooked meals just for me. I stopped checking his social media every hour. I gave myself permission to heal without him. And slowly I started to feel like me again. Not the version of me that orbited around him, but the version of me that stood on her own 2 feet. The version that didn't need anyone to feel whole. The version that could be loved, but didn't depend on it. And during all that time I never reached out. I never tried to fix things. Because I knew the only thing worth fixing was me. Then, out of nowhere, he sent me a message. Not a long one. Just a simple, hey. I've been thinking about you. And I didn't jump. I didn't panic. I didn't beg him to come back. I replied calmly, thoughtfully, honestly. And that was the beginning of something new. Talk. Slowly. Carefully. No pressure. No expectations. Just conversation. Catching up. Laughing at old memories. acknowledging the pain, admitting how much we missed each other. But this time it felt different. Because I wasn't trying to fix anything. I wasn't trying to make us work. I was just being honest. And so was he. And in that honesty, something beautiful started to grow again. Not the same relationship we had before. This one is deeper, healthier, stronger. 'Cause now we both know who we are without each other. And we still choose each other anyway. We're taking things slow. Very slow. We're rebuilding trust, setting boundaries, learning how to be together without losing ourselves. There's no rush. There's no pressure. There's just again. And honestly, it's better than it's ever been. Because now I don't need him to be okay. I'm already okay. And I want him. Deeply, truly, but I don't need him. And now he wants me back not because I chased him, but because I showed him I could live without him and still be someone he wanted by his side. This isn't a fairy tale ending. It's real life. Messy, complicated, beautifully imperfect. And I wouldn't change it for the world. If you're listening to this and you're still holding on to someone you lost, I want to tell you something. Don't try to win them back. Try to win yourself back. Because the moment you stop chasing them and start healing yourself, you give them a reason to come back. Not because you begged them to, but because they realize how much you've grown. How much you've changed. How much you've become someone they want to be with. Not just someone who needs them. Even if they never come back, you'll still win. Because you'll be stronger. You'll be healthier. You'll be free. And someday, whether it's with them or with someone else, you'll build a love that lasts. Not because it was easy, but because you earned it. Thank you for listening. For staying with me through this story. If this resonated with you, if you've ever been in a place where you lost someone and found yourself in the process, I want you to know, you're not alone. There's always hope. Always healing. Always growth. And sometimes, just sometimes, second chances are real.